link on YouTube.
You're good. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Countdown. My name is Ian Farmer, and thank you for listening. As always, check out topboyblog.com and check out the Instagram page CTN Sports for all new sports content and news every single day. And welcome to the CTN Sports Awards. Here, as always, my co-host Evan Latimer. Say what's up, my boy.
What's up? It's time for the biggest moment in CTN history. It's time to get to work.
Biggest ever, bro. Biggest ever.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we appreciate everyone tuning in. I mean, it's a huge moment for us, and we're still trying to get some things set up. So just bear with us. We are live on YouTube officially.
Nice. I'm trying to find the link. Gotta share it. Get some viewers on.
Yeah, you're good.
Ooh, I see it. Share. Copy.
On
link.
YouTube or Facebook?
YouTube.
I don't see it on Facebook right now.
Yeah, I don't see it on Facebook either.
It's not a big deal.
Here, dog.
In mine.
Yeah.
Cooper better be quiet during this, bro. I swear, man. I swear. Coop, relax, dog. It ain't that serious, bro. It's serious, man. Burst will be here about 10:30, bro.
Nice.
I'm hyped, man. I'm real hyped.
Yes, sir. That's.
Let's go, baby. Sports Awards are here.
Yes,
Put in the comments if you know what this is. Only the real ones know what that is. Evan ain't even a real one. He didn't even know what it was. The apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. You want to jam out to some music?
Yeah, we can. Also, I don't think it's working on Facebook yet.
If it don't, it don't. We still got something at least.
Yeah, like
That's what I care about. YouTube is what I care about right now.
Coop ain't chilling at you.
Yeah, we appreciate everyone tuning in. Just wait until 9 o'clock, and then it's going to be time to start the CTN Sports Awards. We can't wait. We absolutely cannot wait for this. Biggest moment in CTN history, biggest event in CTN history, and we want to thank everyone for doing what they've done in the new year. In this year, our streams were boosted by plus 177%, which is
yes, sir.
That makes me speechless. Always, I just don't know how to put that into words. How grateful I am that is what has happened. That is truly amazing. But we are less than a minute away from what time it is. You know exactly what time it is, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I don't like that flag in Evans. Which background's better?
You see that flag? Yeah.
We know which background's better, bro.
Yeah, mine easily. Still 8:59 times.
It's still 8:59, guys. It is still 8:59, but that's going to change in less than a minute. As any normal human would know. As any person
Ooh, it's 9 o'clock,
with any
baby.
person without the brain on Logan Worthington or Nathan Birchfield knows it's about to be 9 o'clock, and we are here. We are back on the countdown. Welcome to the CTN Sports Awards. My name is Ian Farmer. This is Evan Latimer. What a guy! What a guy! Evan, before we get started, I just wanted to ask you, man. Like, obviously, when 2023 started, you wasn't a part of the countdown at first. And now you're a co-host, and I love you being on here. And you're fired. No, I'm playing. And I want to ask you, like, how was the experience the first few months? How has the experience been?
I mean, it's been a journey for sure. We've had some technical difficulties, had some times where we can't join, but overall, the experience has been
Yeah,
amazing,
absolutely.
and I appreciate it for sure.
Yeah,
We
absolutely.
love to get on here every time and do the podcast. You already know, wouldn't want to do it for anyone else, only this guy right here.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. We are going to be bringing you 8 awards. These awards are as follows: Team of the Year, Athlete of the Year, College Athlete of the Year, Underrated Team of the Year, the Most Surprising Team of the Year, the Sports Moment of the Year, Boxer of the Year, and Soccer Player of the Year. Evan, are you ready to get this going?
Yes, sir. I'm ready to get into it.
I'm ready to get into it as well. We are going to start with College Athlete of the Year. The nominations are Caleb Williams, quarterback from USC, Zach Edey, center from Purdue, Adama Sanogo from UConn, and Jaden Daniels, our current Heisman winner from LSU. Evan, who do you want to see win? That's the first question I'm going to ask you.
Hmm. I just think it has to be Caleb Williams. Although Jaden Daniels did win a Heisman, I still think Caleb Williams has done more
Yeah,
for his team. I mean, obviously Caleb Williams has won a Heisman. I think he's going to
right.
be the cover art for NCAA 24,
Very
and
good
he's going
chance.
to be the first overall pick in the draft more than likely.
I know that, by the way, guys. There's a very good chance he's going to be the cover. That it's a very strong. But yes, we are here, and well, your winner, your winner for College Athlete of the Year is as follows: Caleb Williams from USC. Caleb Williams from USC wins the College Athlete of the Year, which is the Heisman for all college sports. The Heisman for all college sports. And Evan, I just wanted to ask you this again. Despite Jaden Daniels has broke so many records in his college season this year, Zach Edey is one of the better national players of the years that we've ever seen. Adam Masanogo led a 4-seed UConn to a national title and one of the most dominant NCAA tournament performances ever from Adam Masanogo. But what to you makes Caleb Williams stand out from all of this other accomplishments?
Well, I think Caleb Williams, I mean, he's probably the most sought after QB in college football. He
Yeah, he
definitely makes
is.
the most money in NIL deals. Like, he could not even go to this draft right now and still be the most talked about quarterback. I mean,
Right.
it, he doesn't even have to go to the draft. But something else that makes Caleb Williams stand out is no matter what he does, if he goes this year or next year, he's more than likely going to be the first round pick for sure.
First overall pick. This Drake May talk, I beg each and every one of you to not buy it because it's just not going to happen.
Now, by it's
It's
not going
not.
to happen.
He's probably going to be the second pick, but he's not the first pick. It's Caleb
He's
Williams.
not the first pick.
Evan, I'm ready to move on to our next one, which is going to be the underrated team of the year. There's been a lot of underrated teams that have made a lot of runs in the playoffs. We had the Florida Panthers in the NHL, an 8 seed who was down 3-0 against the Boston Bruins in the first round, came back to win that series and almost sweep their way into the NHL Stanley Cup. The Miami Heat was an 8 seed and dominated their entire way to the NBA Finals. And TCU, despite their performance against Georgia, which was still able to beat Michigan and only lose one in that season, is amazing. And Evan, I believe you have something to ask me.
Yeah, so we haven't picked our team yet, but which team are you looking at right now? Like, which team stands out to you the most?
The thing about it is that as much of an underdog story that TCU is, they're going to be out of the equation just because of how it ended.
For
So
sure,
you
I
got the
agree.
Heat, who lost in 5, or the Florida Panthers, who I'm almost positive lost in 5. So you have two teams that were at least able to do something in their respective destination.
For sure.
But right now, looking at the Florida Panthers, that's who I want to choose to win because just of what they've been able to do and how they went about it.
For sure.
You ready to get this going? Our
Let's
underrated
get it
team
going.
of the year. Your nominations are the Florida Panthers, Miami Heat, and the TCU Hogs of college football. Our winner for underrated team of the year is the Miami Heat. The Miami Heat. Jimmy Butler and the squad able to do it. And shout out to my boy Quinn. I love you, bro. I'm glad your
Yes,
team got
sir.
an
Love you,
award. I'm
bro.
glad your team got an award. Uh, my fantasy team about to make a comeback, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. But I'm definitely happy for Miami. And yeah, Evan, like who would you look at here?
Definitely the Heat. I mean, if it wasn't for the Heat, though, then it'd have to be the Florida Panthers for sure. Because I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, even though TCU had a miracle season, they just couldn't execute against Georgia. Georgia made them look like an embarrassment.
yeah.
For the Heat to come in as an 8 seed and make it all the way to the NBA Finals and losing five, that was an accomplishment for sure.
Yeah, speaking of the Florida Panthers, we move on to our most surprising team of the year. Your nominations are the Philadelphia Eagles, the Yukon Huskies, the Florida Panthers, and the Texas Rangers. Evan, I'm going to swing it back to you. I'm going to ask you the obvious question at first. Who are you looking at?
Um, Definitely the Florida Panthers for sure because I mean the Eagles are generally all been good the past few seasons, so they were
Yeah.
not
But you got
any
to think
surprise
about the
here.
season before. They were only a 7 seed. The
Right,
Bills went into the playoffs, got obliterated by Tom Brady and the Buccaneers, and
right.
now they're
Yeah, Jalen
now they're going to
Hurts
be in the
about to
Super
get
Bowl
some
every couple of
playing
years.
time.
No one thought Jalen Hurts was going to turn out like this. No one did.
No one
No
did.
one did. And that's exactly what happened. Also, the Texas Rangers, we look at them, a very well rounded team, a
They
team
are.
no one expected them to win the MLB. Not a
No,
single soul
no one did.
expected them to win the MLB. And then you got UConn and the Florida Panthers, which is two teams that, I mean, you look at UConn, I think UConn is in a similar range as the Texas Rangers, teams that weren't
Yeah,
necessarily in the bottom of their conference or anything, but a team that
one
you didn't
top.
expect to. But your winner for most surprising team of the year is going to be the Florida Panthers. The Florida Panthers, they don't get the underrated team of the year award. They bounce back and they're going to get the most surprising team of the year award. And coming in as an A seed, I mean, look at the Eagles. Even though they weren't expected to do what they did, by week 5, you knew they were really good.
For sure.
We knew UConn was good all year long. We knew Texas was good all year long. The Panthers barely make the playoffs and do what they do. Florida Panthers are very well deserving of the award and are definitely valid for a couple. Definitely, definitely very valid for a couple. Evan, we are going to move on to our Boxer of the Year award. Nominations are Javante Davis, Devin Haney, Usyk, I'm not pronouncing his first name, and Tyson Fury. Now, Evan, what makes you look at? So we have two lightweights in here and two heavyweights, and
Right.
these guys are going to be. They're both going to fight very soon. Davis is going to fight Haney. Usyk is going to fight Fury at some point. I would go ahead and ask you, who do you have in a Javante Davis and Devin Haney fight?
I think it's gonna be a close one, but I don't know. I think Devin Haney edges it out and gets the W. Although it's gonna be very very tough
People
to
don't
pick one
realize how good
side.
Devin Haney really is. He's the best lightweight boxer. Usyk or Fury, though.
That's a tough one, but I'm still going to have to go with Tyson Fury. Although he looked very sloppy against Francis,
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
he's going to be more well-rounded by then.
I think Fury is gonna have maybe some undercard like type of fights, maybe a couple low type of fights to get him prepared, and then he's gonna go fight
Sure.
Usyk for sure.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We need Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua as well.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that would be nice.
ooh.
That would be a good one for sure.
Your winner for Boxer of the Year is going to be the new face of boxing, Gervonta Davis. I know we just spoke
For
about
sure.
Devin Haney being better. He's the worst boxer on this list. He'd get killed by Usyk because they're heavyweights. But the thing about it is, what he's done, his brand, who he's beat. He beat Ryan Garcia. I'd argue that's better than any wins any of these other guys got this year. Besides maybe Haney beating that one guy, the veteran guy.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, Gervonta Davis is the new face of boxing. And Evan, is this who you would have chose? Would you have chose Devin Haney?
No, I would have picked Davis. I mean, he arguably had the biggest fight of the year with Ryan Garcia. I mean,
And stomped him
his
too.
name his name was talked about all year long. I mean, he was just like the face of boxing this year. So the pick has to go to Gervonta Davis for sure.
It has to go to Gervonta Davis. But let's go to our soccer player of the year. We only got 3 awards left after this, ladies and gentlemen. So sit tight. We are not the finish line yet, but we're about a little over halfway there. Soccer player of the year. Nominees are Kylian Mbappe, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Lionel Messi. Evan, we know who the winner is of this.
For sure.
We know who the winner is of this. It is going to be Lionel Messi. Won the best World Cup game of all time. Cemented himself as the greatest soccer player of all time in many people's eyes, including mine. That's a question I'm going to ask you. Is Messi the GOAT?
I mean, I think he is. Now, some people may not agree with me, but I think obviously he cemented himself as one of the greatest players of all time. In my eyes, he is the greatest soccer player of all time. But everyone has their own opinion. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I think he's the GOAT. I think people say rings don't matter, but the fact of the matter is Cristiano Ronaldo has never won a World Cup, and Lionel Messi has done it at his age. And like the most legitimate World Cup ever. Like honestly, they really shouldn't even have won the game. Kylian Mbappe got 2 goals late, and it was like, I mean, if they're gonna let him do that, then they shouldn't deserve to win. But
Right.
in extra time, Argentina gets it done. Lionel Messi wins a World Cup. Evan, let's go to our moment of the year. Probably my favorite award on the whole list.
Yeah, it's definitely a good one.
Your nominations are the Lamont Butler shot, San Diego State is lifted over Florida Atlantic in the Final Four. Harrison Butker kick to defeat the Eagles and win the Super Bowl. The Las Vegas Golden Knights win the Stanley Cup. And the Texas Rangers, or as I like to say, the New York Rangers, spoiled the MLB playoffs. Evan, there's one on here that was sudden, and it happened out of nowhere. The Golden Knights, it's their second Stanley Cup win, and they had such a dominant run to there. That's why it's on this list. The Rangers, as we mentioned earlier, not expected to do anything, wins the MLB playoffs, huge deal. And obviously a game-winning kick in the Super Bowl, although it didn't really happen in dramatic fashion.
Right.
They ran the clock down, such a big deal. But, Evan, what would be your pick on this? Because honestly, I'm between 2 things. I'm between the Lamont Butler shot and the Harrison Butker kick.
I agree. I think it's between those two because obviously they were both game-winning implications.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I'm leaning more towards the Lamont Butler shot because the Harrison Butker kick, it was not in dramatic fashion as you stated.
Right.
But,
And the Lamont Butler shot barely happened.
Barely happened.
Barely happened. And your winner for moment of the year is going to be the Lamont Butler shot. San Diego State is lifted over Florida Atlantic. Evan, I do not remember this. Where were you when that happened?
I'm not sure where I was at anyways.
I was in my uncle's living room, and I was sitting down the free throw before. And they get the rebound, and they get the rebound, and San Diego State races up the floor. and I stand up and I start jumping. Like, I'm just like waiting on it. The shot goes up, and I'm just like amazed. Like, that is one of my
Did you think
greatest
he was gonna
moments.
make it?
That might be my favorite moment I've ever witnessed live.
Did you think he was gonna make it when he put it up?
Yeah, yeah, I did.
Did.
Yeah, it was mid range, bro. Like, if he missed that, like, dang, man,
I
why?
mean, it can happen. It can happen.
Not open, but not necessarily highly contested either. Kind of medium contested. Yeah, that was definitely moment of the year for me.
Oh yeah, for sure.
My
For
favorite
sure.
moment in sports this season. But let's go to Team of the Year, one of our two big awards.
Yes, sir.
Your nominees are the Kansas City Chiefs of the NFL, the Denver Nuggets of the NBA, the UConn Huskies of college basketball, the Georgia Bulldogs of college football. First time Georgia has been nominated tonight,
Yes, sir.
and the Las Vegas Golden Knights of the NHL. Evan, what made... I'm going to ask you, does Georgia have a case to win this award as a college team? No college team has won an award yet. Do you think a
I think
college
they
team can
do.
win an award?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think they have a. I mean, I think they have a shot because I mean, Georgia won back-to-back natties. I mean, they've
No
been one of the
team...
most dominant
Yeah, right.
programs in college football.
Despite competition levels, no team was more dominant than Georgia on this list. No team was more dominant than Georgia football in sports this season. Well, besides like the end of this,
Right.
because they're not in the playoffs. But I just mean like overall in 2023, winning the championship early in 2023, and then going undefeated all the way up to the SEC championship game in this past season. What they've been able to do, and really steamroll to the SEC and to Alabama, like just steamroll the. I
They
mean,
were bullied.
arguably the tough. I mean, not even really arguable. The toughest conference in college football, and for you agree with that?
I would not.
What conference is better?
Probably the Big Ten.
Maybe. I feel like SC's is more deeper though. But yeah, I think we're ready to announce our winner. Evan, I'm gonna let you
All
announce
right.
the winner.
So our winner for Team of the Year, we have the Denver Nuggets of the
The
NBA.
Denver Nuggets. Nikola Jokic, what he was able to do, and Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray's the ultimate Robin of our generation. Like, what he was able to
He
do
is
to help the Joker out. Robin and Joker teaming up. That don't
Robin
usually
and Joker
happen,
teaming up.
but it happens in basketball, and that is what we got this season. Evan, what made Denver stand out to you from the other teams?
Well, I mean, Denver won the NBA championship. A team that was probably not expected to win. I mean, sure they were very good, but what were they most people's pick to win the NBA finals? Probably not.
No,
But
never mind.
just yeah, just the chemistry they had with the Joker and Jamal Murray. I mean, I think that just stood out.
Yeah,
And the Nuggets won their first NBA championship of all time, which was another factor that contributed to
I gotta
the year.
say, UConn was a nomination for what they did, but they wasn't in contention for me. The Golden Knights just wasn't in contention for me to be like it up there at the top. They were definitely worthy of winning the award. Really came down to Kansas City, Denver, and Georgia. As we talked about Georgia before the announcement of the award, I just think what Denver was able to do. Kansas City's done this before, and I really feel like they've done it with more ease. Um, the former Kansas City team, they didn't have to. They just steamrolled everyone. They steamrolled Tennessee. They steamroll whoever else they play until the 49ers that season. Well, this year the Eagles was tough.
For sure.
Bengals was tough. Jaguars gave them a run for their money. And not say that's not a bad thing because it creates for a better journey, but Denver, no one could match Denver this season. No one got in, but I don't think anyone got within 6 games. I know there wasn't a game 7,
No, there
but
was not.
the Denver Nuggets are without a doubt the best team in sports this season.
I agree.
Evan, Athlete of the Year, our final award. We appreciate everyone tuning in tonight. Athlete of the Year. Your nominations are Patrick Mahomes, quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs, Nikola Jokic, center for the Denver Nuggets, Caleb Williams, quarterback from USC, Ronald Acuna Jr. from the Texas Rangers, and
No, he's not. No, he's not. Ronald is an outfielder for the Atlanta Braves.
Atlanta Braves, and Connor McDavid of the NHL. Evan, can you, dude? I don't watch baseball, bro. I know who he is. I just don't know what team he's on.
Right.
Evan, I'm gonna let you announce this award.
All right. So, what do you? Who do you have? Like, what's your pick for it right now?
Nikola Jokic, man, what he did for Denver, bro. Completely just running through the NBA, bro. Patrick Mahomes didn't run through the NBA. Caleb Williams by no means ran through college football. The team that never made the playoffs. Connor McDavid, like, yeah, sure, he kind of does. But no team ran through their league like Nikola Jokic. Nikola Jokic ran through the league, and no one had an answer for him. No one had an answer for him. That is my pick. Whatever the pick ends up being, I just want everyone to know that that is my pick.
All right. So, the final selection for the Athlete of the Year, we have Ronald Acuna Jr. from the Atlanta Braves. I mean, what Ronald did, the Braves ran through their competition. They were the first team to reach over 100 runs, although they did disappoint in the postseason. What Ronald did was amazing. I mean, he was the first player in MLB history to have over 40 home runs and 70 stolen bases. He hit for over 300. His OPS, I believe, was over 1,000. So, I think he was just all around making plays, and I think it was deserving of Athlete of the Year. Now, Nikola Jokic, he was definitely a close second, I think. I mean, he played amazing.
Ian Farmer, top boys athlete of the year is Nikola Jokic. He wins the top boy athlete of the year. I don't agree with that at all. Do you think Acuna Jr. ran through the MLB? Did the Braves win? Did the Braves win the World Series though?
No, but they were.
He didn't run through it. Then they lost.
He did.
They lost.
They ran through the regular season.
Nikola Jokic ran through the regular season and the playoffs and the finals.
But his solo accomplishments were, I feel like, very great.
Listen.
No MLB player has ever done that.
Listen. Whenever you look at analytics, Nikola Jokic might be the best basketball player of all time. When you look at analytics and efficiency.
Well, just wait till the end of Ronald's career. He could be one of the greatest MLB players of all time.
He's not that. He's not that yet, though. Nikola Jokic already is. Nikola Jokic is already a top 30 player ever. Maybe top 20. He already has 2 MVPs.
I'd say Ronald's definitely up there in the top baseball players already.
Maybe top 100, top 75. He may be a 75 list.
Yeah, no player's done what he done this season.
No player's done what Jokic has done the last few seasons.
Jokic,
and plus,
really did this season was win an NBA championship.
And plus, what do you mean?
He didn't submit anything specifically. Like, what record did he break this year? By himself.
It doesn't matter. He did it last year. Exactly. He did it last
year. He didn't win anything. Exactly. That's what I'm
saying. He won the MVP last year.
Yeah, won MVP. Okay. What did he break like a scoring record or something?
Dude, he literally won back-to-back MVPs. They don't have 3 players to ever do that.
I think Ronald's award that he won.
Ronald Acuna Jr. is good. Nikola Jokic is the most efficient basketball player of all time. But guys, that is going to do it all for our CTN Sports Awards. We appreciate each and every one of you tuning in, and this is the biggest night of CTN history. So we appreciate everyone coming on. Ronald Acuna Jr., Athlete of the Year, Denver Nuggets Team of the Year. I let Evan have Acuna Jr. because I got the Nuggets for Team of the Year. That's what matters. I'm sure if Jokic was here, he'd want his team and his horses to win the award. So that's exactly what happened. Shout out to Nikola Jokic's horses. Shout out Josh Giddey. Shout out Miles Bridges. Tanner Shannon Jr. is a very bad person, though. That's all I'm gonna say. Did you hear about that?
What?
Tanner Shannon Jr., bro?
No, I didn't hear anything.
You know what
about
that is, though, don't you?
Yeah, yeah.
We'll talk after. We love each and every one of you. I love you. Kisses to all of you who are here. Till next time. Till Monday. This has been the countdown. Bye. You know how to do it from the first live, bro. Ah!